Okay, so this is the introductory lecture of the Finnish Game Jam part of the game development project in the year of 2016. This presentation will be in two parts. I'll be first giving you some specs information about how this course can be completed, how you get your credits, and later the head of administration in the Game Jam site Lappeenranta will be talking about what to prepare with you, what to take with you, how to prepare for the event, and what's actually going to happen in the Game Jam event itself. So you get some sort of an idea on what to do between today and the 2 weeks time when the actual Game Jam event starts. So, I always show this slide as a part of my presentation, so obviously we are now on this second part here. The fundamentals of Unity has now ended, and you are now, on this code camp set, you are sort of expected to work in teams, utilizing the knowledge you gained from the fundamentals of Unity or similar experiences, and understand the different tasks and needs of actually developing game as a group effort. So basically what we are doing here on this course is that we create a prototype, design a game, and present our work to other people. So basically start learning how the game studios act in real life. The third part, the gamification proto-camp, is about serious games, gamification and stuff like that. It's going to be happening in March, and the final module, game development crash course, is something that gives you the ability to work as a member of a real pre-startup team. The idea is that you, in addition of things you do on this code camp, which we are about to start, you also lure some business and marketing knowledge to your team to actually sort of create a business model or revenue model and marketing campaign for your product. But on this code camp, the idea is that you train, practice working as a team, and do a design for a game based on a given theme, and create the prototype during one weekend, 48 hours, during which you should have something that actually works. Of course, sometimes we also allow really good effort, even though the game actually didn't complete. So anyway, what's this 4-credit set about then? So today we are having this voluntary lecture day. In addition of this lecture, I will be linking an additional lecture about how game companies work to the course website. You are expected to view that lecture as a part of this course. If you have seen it already, you are participating second time, third time, or you've been on some other event where you have seen this presentation. But anyway, the idea is that this presentation is also part of this lecture day. Then you are expected to participate in the Game Jam Lappeenranta as a member of one demo building team, and you are expected to return a report as a part of the group. Finally, there will be a presentation day where your group is expected to demonstrate their work. What did you do? How did you do it? Why did you do it? And so on and so on. Basically, completing all these tasks, you get the 4 credits with the grade accepted. On this module, we are not using the grading scheme from 0 to 5, only accepted and fail. Anyway, The report which you will be creating from this course, in addition of the actual game prototype, is sort of a 7 to 10 page report which you will be doing with your group. I'm not expecting everyone to return their own separate reports, because then I would be getting a huge amount of basically duplicate works. But each group should submit one report answering these questions here. So basically these are all things that ask about your background, your experience, what sort of game did you make, how did you design it, did you have any restrictions, did you encounter any problems, and so on and so on. So basic stuff, a couple of lines per question, so it ends up being something like 7 to 10 pages. Also a screen capture of your work or game or something, of your prototype game would also be nice. The form continues, and well, basically there's more of the same. Did you use some advanced game engine such as Unity 3D, or did you use traditional tools and libraries for the game, meaning that did you program or create the game engine from scratch, basically, or did you use some other thing? Really basic stuff, things you can answer by participating to work. So, about the submission, some technical features. Of course, you should apply some reasonable seminar presentation template. There's a bachelor thesis final report template. Use that if not anything else. It's available from the uni.lut.fi and also from our own bachelor's thesis seminar course website. Also, write the report in English. And this is because we might use your experiences, your reports and stuff like that as a basis for developing or creating new courses, modules for this course, or as a guideline on how to design further content for game development and stuff like that. And since we are employing several people who do not speak Finnish, these experiences should be in English so that they can understand what you did and why you did it. Also, really stupid little pointer, but on the front page, please add all group members, and including the name, school, department, school number, and email address. Actually, even if you aren't from Lappeenranta University of Technology, for example, if you are a student from Saimia or Metropoli or QAMK or any other place, you can also participate on this course, or other way around, if you know someone from these places which you would like to have as a guest in your group, they are more than welcome, and I can actually even try to write some sort of study credits for those people from this course. I know that I should be able to at least get something accredited for QAMK and Saimia, since we are working with these people almost daily on our research work, but even other places can also apply. We will give you a nice course diploma and so on and so on. So anyway, the entire group returns the work via email as one PDF file, which includes everything you want to include in your report. And also, I only need one submission, so agree on your group, someone who's dependable and, person who can deliver this work, because I only need this file once. The seminar day, it will be in February. Each group is given 20-30-minute presentation. On this event, you can give the presentation in Finnish. We prefer English, but Finnish is also okay. On this event, you give a short demonstration of what you did on the game jam. You can also develop the game demo further if you want to, and show the newest version. On some occasions, a couple of teams have finalized their product, their demo, into a full, freely available product. And actually on a couple of occasions the team went on and founded an actual game studio. So what you do with the demo after this course is completed, it's completely up to you. You can launch it as a commercial title if you wish. You can abandon it immediately if you wish. You can recycle the concept and use it on something else. Anyway, short demo on what you did and short presentation on the topics covered in the report. So give a brief outline on what you did and how you did it. The idea is that you share your experiences on how different things work. For example, 2 years ago, one team found out that Lime.js is a completely terrible way to make games. So that's something that the entire group actually found out. If you want to create game with JavaScript, don't use Lime.js on that work. Also, basically explain the audience the same things that you explained to me in the report and give a demo of what you did. And the presentation in the seminar is mandatory. Not everyone from the group needs to be there, but someone from your group has to be present to give the presentation. If for very, very good reason everyone from group are unavailable, like on abroad, stuck on an Arctic ocean or something like that, then I might consider allowing video presentation. But the point is that the presentation at the seminar day is mandatory. You have to present your work there. Anyway, on the course acceptance, every student who is a part of a group that participates on the Finnish Game Jam returns the report in time and gives the presentation of the seminar gets grade accepted. Each member of the group has to contribute to the demo and if requested show what they did for the game. Meaning that you will get credits if only thing you did was sound effects or something like that. You don't have to do programming work, hands on a clay type of work to get credits. You are also credited if you do sound work or draw things and stuff like that. I'm not going to be picky about that part. But if the only thing you did for the group was hold up morale by drinking beer and laughing at other groups, then you will not be getting the credits. So participate on the work somehow. But freeloaders, well, like you would guess, are not taken into account here. And of course, when accepted, you'll get 4 study credits to the game development project. How you are using it is up to you. If you already have a study plan accepted earlier years, you can take this course multiple times. If you are just now starting studies, you can take this course you get these credits only once, meaning that you will, if you did the fundamentals of Unity, you got 4 credits. If you now do the game development project Game Jam, your game development project course becomes 8 credit course, and so on and so on. So the credits are cumulative. So finally, when you are done with all the modules, you'll have 1 15 credit game development project in your curriculum. Anyway, and of course, students from Saimia or QAMK will receive similar credits from their own information technology department if they have one. If they don't have, like Saimia people no longer have, because the last students graduated last year, then we'll figure out something. But anyway, contact me if you are not LUT student and would like to get credits from this course. I'll figure out something. So, this more or less covers most of the stuff. So, from the course point of view, listen to this presentation. Of course, If you aren't listening to this presentation, you will not get this instruction. Listen to the lecture recording I'm adding to the Noppa pages, and register for the Finnish Game Jam Lappeenranta site, or actually any other Finnish Game Jam site. You can also participate on some other place, but return the report here if you are a Lutz student. And then be present at the Finnish Game Jam, return the report, give the presentation, and that's that. But now I'm going to give the microphone to Lassi Riihelä, who is the organizer of this Lappeenranta event, and he will be telling you about how to prepare for the actual game jam. So, take it away.
Thanks, yeah. Hi, I'm Lassi Riihelä, the chairman of Init Game Development Club, and I'm mostly going to be talking about how to prepare for the event and what to bring with you, and give you a small overview of what's going to happen. Now, bring your own computers, keyboards, mouse, headphones, everything you need to make your game with your computer. There is a possibility to make a board game, but in my experience, the digital games are better. Bring an Ethernet cable, and a long one, because we will be providing on wireless LAN, but in last years that has been a bit congested, so I recommend that you bring a long Ethernet cable. Then bring some money, because I think you want to eat, so you can buy pizza and soda from the universities. On Saturday there's going to be the cafeteria open at the Ylioppilastalo, Student Union House. I can't remember the opening hours, but you can check it out. And if you have any questions, please ask. We will be providing some beverages and food, mostly like breakfast stuff. So every meal you want to eat, bring your own or order pizza or something. Now, alcohol is not forbidden. You're free to drink beer or whatever you like. But if you start causing trouble, you will be removed from the jam site. And bring a lot of warm clothes, since you have noticed that we have been having a lot of nice minus 27 degrees, so the kellari might be a bit cold. And especially I know people are going out for a smoke, so the door is going to be open all the time. Yeah, and bring your basic hygiene stuff. I know it's a code camp, but code camp spirit isn't always that nice, and not all of the people attending are Lutz students, so. Basic eating utensils are actually provided at the gallery, but if you want, you can bring your own. Now we will be providing the internet connection, the electricity, and the tables you're going to be coding on with your team. And there's going to be a microwave, a normal oven, a refrigerator, and a coffee maker. Basic stuff. It says that sauna is going to be on Friday, but I think it's going to be on both days, Friday and Saturday. So you'll have the opportunity to clean up on both days. Jussi, are you going to bring the backup hardware?
Yeah, if we have something, we try to find something from department.
Okay, so.
But it's only keyboard, mouses, some cables, basic stuff like that. We can provide an entire computer, but small stuff.
Yeah, so possibly extra keyboards or mouses. Yes, I said the cafeteria is open on Saturday. Now I know the slide said that usually there has been a pizza call on Saturday, but given the economic situation, I'm not gonna order you pizza this year unless an FGJ miracle happens, so don't count on it.
Well, there's also a possibility that people are ordering pizza call with their own money because it's easier and more convenient to order at once the entire bulk. But yeah, there will be no free pizzas this year.
Sorry. But you will get a free t-shirt. Not everyone, but the first come, first serve. Now, these are a few links where you can get more info. I recommend the Finnish Game Jam site. And if you have any questions, I recommend the IRC channel, Inik at IRCnet. The Facebook page is, I think it's hidden or closed.
I don't know, I still see it, so I guess if it works you can drop stuff there, someone will notice it.
Yeah.
And of course the Moot course page is always going to be showing stuff about how this course will happen anyway, so follow that.
Now what you should learn beforehand, like anything that has to do with game development, be it programming, graphics, music, sound, design, anything that you think you're good at or want to do at the event. But I think most of computer science students really like programming, so I think you're at least going to find a team with a programming person in it. But if you have not ever done that before, I think the Unity 3D is an excellent tool to make games. Of course, you can use whatever you want, and even make the board game if you want to.
And if you want to try something new, like try out drawing or vector graphics or stuff like that, there's the link on that second bullet point there lists a set of programs which are usually useful for game development. There's stuff for drawing things, making sound effects, music, stuff like that listed.
But if you're gonna, try a new tool, please get used to it before the event. So
yes, at least install it and do the tutorials before you come to the event.
Yeah, so you can work up quickly then, because it's only 48 hours, it's not that much. Yeah, and please download all the software before the event. I trust the guys who are building our network, but just in case, don't congest it right away.
Yeah, the Unity 3D installation package is something crazy like 13 gigabytes now, so each participant starts the event by starting to download that sort of things. We might experience some instability on the network, so please install everything beforehand.
Yeah, I think the default editor for Unity on Windows is actually Microsoft Visual Studio, so it's not that small. Update your computer, set up your virus software. If I see any Windows XP machines, you will be disconnected from our network, but you can use your own. And possibly extra keyboards and mouses and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's going to be cramped place, cables going everywhere. It doesn't mean that there's someone riding out in a horribly drunk. It's just someone walking with a cup of coffee to their own workplace, and they might, stumble and the coffee is in your keyboard or places like that. So there might be some mishaps.
Yeah, and you are responsible for your own stuff. Now, the site will be open 24/7 if someone is present. In previous years, there has been teams going through the night, so it's possible that the door is open and you can go in at any time. There are no guards. I think, has there ever been? No.
No. And there's no one in the administration with task of keeping tab on who's going in and who's going out. So, for not everybody might always be participants of the Game Jam event itself.
Yeah, so keep an eye on your stuff. I think nothing has ever been stolen there, but Now sleeping is not allowed overnight at the site during some regulations,
Yes.
but if you doze off, I can't do anything about that, even I'm not there to see it. So actually this is known as the nearest place to buy cigarettes is the, I think, SNK market. It's 2.5 kilometers away, so I think there's gonna be at least like -20 maybe, so bring a lot of cigarettes if you smoke. And if you need anything, if you need help, feel sick, or just anything, ask. I am the person you want to ask, but I will be pointing out a few other dudes that you can ask if I'm not around. Or Jussi.
Yeah, you can also talk to me. I'm not going to be there for the entire 24/7, 48 hours duration, but when I'm there, you can also ask me about anything.
Yes. And on Sunday, please reserve some time to clean your workspace and the table we are providing you, and so on. Now this is like more of a draft, because we'll be specifying the schedule later, but I think on Friday, the day 1, it's gonna be like, I think 4 o'clock earliest when you can come to the site and bring your own computer and check in. There is a mandatory check-in at the site, and you'll see me taking your names. After that, there's gonna be presentations by me, and then we'll go through the key announcement from Finnish game jam organizations and the global game jam organizations, and then there's gonna be the team revealed. After that, you can start forming the groups, and sauna is gonna be something between those hours. Now on Saturday, the most crucial thing is that there will be a deadline for you to create your user profile to the global game jam site and register your team. I'm not going to say it's 11 this year, but I will be telling you all those details on Friday when I'm giving the presentations. Now it says lunch, but you can eat whenever you want.
Yes, I think that was, at least on 1 year, that was the hour when the student union building was closing at 2, so we have to check their opening hours, but at least until 2 they were providing lunch a couple of years ago, so around midday there's a possibility to eat at the student union building.
Yeah. So basically on Friday you're going to check in, watch a few videos, get the team revealed, form your group, and actually start designing and coding your game. And on Saturday it's just all about coding and doing the game. But you have to remember to register to the global game jam site. And I actually recommend that you do it maybe on Friday, on early Saturday, because the global game jam site has crashed, I think, every year on Friday and Sunday. And the thing about Sunday is that you'll actually have some time to polish the game in the morning, and there will be a deadline, I think it's 3 o'clock again this year, when you have to upload your game to the global game jam site. And this has usually been the hour when the global game jam site crashes.
Completely.
Yeah. So my recommendation is that you do it in the morning if your game is polished then on Saturday. And even if it's not polished or anything, just do it.
Upload something, you can upload upgraded version later.
Yeah. And after the people have uploaded their games, then there will be presentations by every team, what kind of game they did and why and how and so on. Not a big one, just a small one, and show us your game. After everyone has shown their game, given a small presentation, then we will start cleaning the place. You will handle your tables and the area on the ground near that, and the organizers will handle the rest. That's the general workflow. Any questions about that? Now some stuff to remember. So there is a chance that you might get locked out and there's no one there to open the door. So whenever you go out please take your jacket with you, phone, keys, so that you can at least get into the university, and your telephone that you can call someone. Now, I will be providing my telephone number at the event on next Friday. But is that your...
Yeah, that's my number, and I was thinking that we'll put the phone numbers on the front door in case that someone gets locked out. So, like I mentioned there, I'm not on site every time, but I'm answering my phone during the weekend, even in the middle of the night. Of course, if you just decided to call me because you are lonely, then I will not be. I will not be take this message happily. But anyway, yeah, please continue.
Yeah, same goes to my phone number. So. Yeah, if something happens, you can contact me or Jussi.
Yes. And by the requirements of regulations, we have to put this poster visible somewhere in the premises because we have visitors there. For the lower part, for the emergency services, the address of the site, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and all the details about the report, other things how to work after the game jam ends, are put to the noppa during the jam event itself. I'm on IRC channel, available with those nicks, and well, on my behalf, the most important thing to remember is that this is a happy freeform event, so happy jamming. So I guess the same goes for in it. And yeah, now that I still remember, even if you decide to do board game, that's actually also okay by the course standards. So if your programming effort completely crashes and burns, you are still allowed to turn in a board game because it's allowed by the game jam. It's also allowed by the course.
Yeah. I will be sending you an email during next week, at the beginning of the week, giving you some of the same information and more details about the event itself. And I guess that's it. I'll see you there on Friday.
Excellent. Good, thank you. Do we have any questions to me or Lassi at this point? Okay, if no, then I'll just stop the recording, and we can also talk a couple of words in Finnish.